You know what the best part of a tush push is?
Begin
How
here.
you feel
Yes.
afterwards.
Uh-huh. That's true.
Just 22 dudes in the box.
As my friend Raz once said, pretty pleasurable for the man.
Should I just go
yeah.
leave this to y'all today? Just,
This is what we put Natalie through. No, let's jump in. Do we have any odds and ends to talk about? This is kind of this is a YouTube segment. Obviously, you're watching it on YouTube if you're watching. But as for the people involved, they don't know what's going on. What any odds and ends? Any?
Yeah. At what point are we all going to watch Charlie Brown Christmas?
Buddy, count me in whenever. I'm all.
at what
in
point
on
are we
Charlie
going to
Brown.
talk about the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who?
That's true. That's coming right
That
up.
is on. Wait, remind me where I've seen this. Netflix? No, Disney.
Yeah, they're putting on the anniversary specials are all on Disney.
Really?
3 episodes. Go watch them. They're all out.
Why
Yeah,
are
I didn't realize
why
they
are
were
on
out yet.
Disney?
I don't know.
Is this next week's fodder?
It should have been this week's fodder. You guys are just behind the ball here.
Hey, we rely on you to text us. Remember, you got to start it on
I'm
the
not
curse.
going to get involved. I don't get involved with that text message train until I need to, because it is
You recommended
dark.
the curse, and for those wondering, we've been talking about it on our audio.
That's true.
So maybe Doctor Who next week. You never know, on the audio, or maybe the YouTube segment. We'll figure it out and we'll let you know.
It would be pretty funny to get Blaine to watch it because I've seen one episode and it is. I mean, you haven't seen any of the other installments, right?
No.
So it would be like that time that Natalie and I watched The Sopranos prequel, the film,
Oh, yeah.
and we're just
I
like, this
forgot we
seems
did
fun. This Tony guy, huh?
He
Yeah.
seems chill.
I
Seems
do
chill.
think.
I bet he
You can
grows
really
up-
tell that he's on his way to being a well-adjusted adult.
Exactly. That was my joke.
I can. I really do want Blaine to just watch it. No, just jump right in. Just utter
Gone-
befuddlement.
Do you know any of the setup, Donovan?
Yeah, because my dad was very excited about it.
You know who's coming back?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. Okay.
It's exciting. Blaine
It
has
is.
to. Blaine.
Hey, speaking of coming back,
Oh boy.
we had a Kyle sighting this week on the challenge. Let's jump into the challenge.
Just jumping right in.
Oh boy.
Because it's the first thing I thought of when you said coming back. I thought to myself, when's Kyle coming back? There he is on the screen. He's holding up his, toddler, his baby. Still baby, I guess. We need more Kyle on our television. That's
Desperately.
my
Maybe he'll
take
be
on
back
it.
for season 40.
It was you'd have to think so. You'd have to think. But just seeing him on there was almost an acknowledgement from the producers that this cast is kind of boring. We need somebody. Let's throw in Kyle.
When Jordan and Devin specifically showed up, it was like, these are people who should be carrying seasons of reality television. Not to linger on the dudes there, but Casey's always been pretty low key, and the world champion woman Kaz, just don't know her quite as well. She didn't have quite the same splash, but yeah, Kyle would also be another one that just immediately jumps off the screen.
Just known for his confessionals, cracking wise on those, and actually nailing jokes. Unlike what I mentioned in this week's column on the Alabama Take, was Asif is just, his jokes are 95% cringe, and he'll nail one every now and again, but it's so few and far between.
Have you guys discovered Asaf and Jay's band on Instagram?
I want to, but then again, I don't know if I can handle that much weight of awful.
You can't. Natalie showed it to me, and I had to stop watching. And I'm usually down for some cringe when it comes to our challenge competitors. I mean, I watched several Jordan and Tori music videos.
I forgot about this.
Well, there were probably a lot of attractive features involved that didn't hinder the watching process.
With Jordan and Tori?
With Jordan and Tori, right? They're
With
both
Like
good
what
looking.
specifically?
Well, they're both nice-looking people. Shame they're not together, but anyway. No, Kyle is missed. You get that feeling. Even Casey, though, you talked about her. Even her being back on set for the elimination just up the entertainment value a little.
Oh, it was a spark for sure.
She's a great competitor and fun to watch. I know she's not necessarily that interesting as a contestant. Natalie and I watched her on one of the Challenge World Championships. She's better without Nani there.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
She's more interesting. She's not just too worried about what Nani's going to do and say and treating her well and all that. So, yeah.
Well, and also getting away from, she's always had some version of the Big Brother alliance in the house to kind of, like, she didn't really have to get out of her shell that much, it seems like, because she's so dominant in the actual competition, the physical part of the competition, that if her politics were just quiet, she can just get by. But maybe getting her away from that provided for, is that kind of, do you think that contributed to it there?
Oh, on World,
Well, I think she also has to, like, be more present when she doesn't have that dual protection of Big Brother and people protecting her because they've got Nani.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thoroughly agree. It's funny. Look, listen to what we're focusing on is Casey, and she was on screen for 6 minutes or 10 maybe. Because here's the deal. Here's the rundown. James is lame. Jay's a douche. Asif is cringe 95% of the time. Berna's a complete idiot. Emmanuel is unwarrantedly cocky and kind of an asshole sometimes, but also at least he's a little watchable. It's just bad. This cast, and I get what they're trying to build them up into a cast of regulars, but which leaves us with I will choose Zara, Ed, Horacio, and Olivia. Melissa and Big T get a little bit of a pass because we've seen them before, but now Big T's gone anyway, so I'm talking interest level.
Did Casey let Big T have the second round?
Yeah, maybe. I can see it. Yeah, maybe. Is that for sure? Is because Natalie kind of keeps up with some of the interviews and stuff.
I don't know that I would. I haven't read anything about it this time, but I could see her just truly just being a little tired that second round and not putting out 100%, knowing that it would be best out of 3 anyways, or I'm sure it was actually best out of 5 or something stupid.
Right, that happens.
They, a lot of the time will say something like, just let the other person tire themselves out, which seems like a good strategy, but if you also become tired in the process of waiting the other person out, I mean, she could have genuinely like miscalculated on that one and then in the third just ripped it out because she can.
Yeah.
Good strategy unless you're Benny Paret. No?
Yeah.
No 1962 welterweight boxing aficionados here?
No.
Okay, fair. he died. Coma 10 days later. Yeah, intense.
Where's this coming
Watch a
from?
man die on YouTube.
Well, there's this. Okay, I'll back up a step just for if anyone's remotely interested. There's
And
just
if you're
a great.
on YouTube right now, they're watching us on YouTube. They're just like 3 clicks away from watching somebody die.
This should just open another tab.
He doesn't die immediately. He goes into a coma. But there's a great Norman Mailer piece on it, "The Death of Benny Paret." And that,
yeah.
if you read that, you will definitely want to go see it. And that's the only reason I've seen it.
Gotcha.
Speaking of fighting, Melissa throwing the drink on Raven. Comments, thoughts?
Just a good show.
Is it good? No, that was good.
That's the first time that I fist pumped this season. Aside from when Jordan came in.
Yeah.
It's like finally. Because it was almost Raven was doing the thing that they all do now where she was being like an actual functioning human being. You know, where it's like
Oh yeah.
like was it last season or the season before where the whole house was about to explode and they were all like, I think we just need to sleep on it. This will look better in the light of day. And they all kind of shook hands and just went to bed.
And everybody at home was like, "No,
that's not the point of
do
the show
it
at
now."
all. Yeah. Solve this problem. Stay up until the sun comes up. Get angrier. But yeah, it's just confirming. I know Melissa's going to be gone soon, but I don't think when they tangle with her, they quite understand the level of insanity that the bear that they're poking.
You know, there's a very epitome here. There's a very good epitome or exemplar here of what's happening with this cast. When Mariah has to sit Berna down and go, no, she's lying to you to get information. And Berna's like, she lied? Why would she lie? I was just like, Jesus, get somebody on here who has sense.
That's pretty good strategy by Melissa, though.
Yeah, for sure.
If you just go to everybody and say, I heard.
Yeah, for real. I've done that.
Great.
I do that at work every day. So is Natalie. She's acting innocent, but she's done this.
You know me, office gossip.
A little goss at the office. Nothing wrong with that. That's all I've got for our YouTube segment. Any final thoughts?
Donovan, did you watch United play yesterday?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. That's all we got.
That's all we're going to sign off.
Did they lose?
No.
Yes. Did they lose badly? Also, yes. Did they look uninspired while doing it? Third, yes. Was it kind of miserable to watch? Not if you're a Bournemouth fan.
You didn't bet on it, did you? You're strictly college football.
I'm strictly
guy.
college football.
Thank you.
Friends, I'm happy I took the over for the Army-Navy game. There were some forward passes and everything.
Wait, okay. Just before we wrap, do you know the over/under for that game at all?
No idea.
I was going to say, because I would be curious if it did go over. But I didn't know.
Think I would guess it probably did, because those are usually low-scoring affairs. And right at the end, Navy tried to dig itself out of a hole by scoring a touchdown. An unusual strategy.
Interesting choice, Navy. All right, that's it. Tell you what, go get your phone or your whatever radio, your speaker, and pull us up on your favorite podcast.
Tune up your
app.
radio.
Tune up your radio. No. Well, I played my phone through a speaker, is what I was thinking, but
We
nonetheless.
broadcast on the AM, right?
Uh-huh. No.
You can probably hear us in Canada.
We're actually on a ham radio going to 3 different people right now. Okay, find us on your podcast app. It's Taking It Down. This is just the YouTube segment. We do silly stuff, as well as mainly challenge lately. But yeah, talk to you next week if you watch this. See ya.